Hey, what's up guys, it's Rob. You know those little helicopter toys that you can kind of twist in your hand and they spin and fly down? Well, I decided to try to make one of those out of paper. I called Jeremy Shafer to see if he wanted to design one too, and he definitely wanted to give it a shot. We folded and tried a whole bunch of different models for the paper helicopter spinners. While it took a little time to design one that flew well, we wound up creating two of our very own designs for helicopter spinners. The cool thing about mine is that not only can you throw it like a dart like this and play catch with it if you want, but with the little adjustment of the propellers, once you give it a spin, it'll gently float down to the ground. It's quick, easy, and a lot of fun for everyone.
It's the Propeller spinner.
For the tutorial, I'm going to be using a white sheet of printer paper, but you can also use a colored sheet or even origami paper. Some of the folding gets a little thick during certain parts, so I wouldn't recommend using cover or construction paper. Once you have the paper, we can get started. Take the upper right corner and fold it to the left side so that the top edge is aligned, and then you could remove the excess paper by either tearing it or cutting it with scissors. Now your paper should have a diagonal fold in it going from the top left to the bottom right. Now that we have a diagonal crease going this way, we're going to take the upper left corner and fold it down to the bottom right corner. Make a sharp crease, and when you open it you'll see an X in the paper. Take the top and fold it down to the bottom, and once again align it and make a nice sharp crease. Open it back up, twist it 90 degrees, and then fold the opposite edge onto the bottom, and once again crease it. When you open it up, you'll see we now have an X and a plus in the paper. Now we can take the top and bottom edges and fold it directly onto the horizontal middle line. Crease it well, and then do the same for the bottom edge. Once you open it, you'll then see 4 new horizontal sections in the paper. Turn it 90 degrees and do the same with the other top edge and the bottom edge by folding them into the center horizontal line. When we've finished the pre-creases, we'll have 16 squares in the paper along with the plus and the X, and we can move on. We're now going to turn the paper into a modified pinwheel base that looks just like this. To do that, we can just recrease the paper on the diagonals like that, and then we are going to pinch the corners on the bottom here and push inwards on the left and right edges with our finger like this. As you can see, the flaps are kind of sticking up. Just flatten them down like this and press it down so that the paper looks like an upside down T. Now we could flip it around and do the same on this side. Pinch the corners together so that the edges come together and press them inwards, flattening out the entire paper in the process, and it should look like this. Now we could flip it over and just make sure it's nice and flat. Take the bottom and fold it to the top, sort of like a hot dog, and press down to ensure it's creased sharply. You'll notice there's 2 flaps on the right, or points, and 2 on the left. In between there's a V-shaped fold. We're going to take our finger and press on that fold so that it rests against the center of the paper. So we could just flip that fold by pressing in the center here and closing the 2 flaps on it. Flatten the right side out, and then we can repeat it on the left side. Open the 2 flaps and press upwards on the bottom of the V in the center so that the valley fold gets tucked into the middle. You may need to press in the middle of the V here to reverse the fold, and then once again close the 2 left flaps and flatten the paper out by pressing on it. When you've completed all the folds, the model should look just like this. I've drawn a vertical line where you should see a crease in the middle of your paper on both sides. You'll also see that there are 2 foldable layers on the right and 2 on the left. Take the top edge here on the right top layer and fold it directly next to the vertical line, leaving a small amount of space. Once it's lined up, just crease it on the new fold and it will look like this. Now we can take that new crease on the right top edge and fold it to the middle again. So just hold the center in place with your left hand here, round the outside edge inwards a bit so we could fold it into the center line as well. So just round it and line it up with the center. It gets a little thick, but once it's lined up, just crease it all the way down and make sure it's nice and flat. Once you're finished, it should look like this. Now we're going to take the top left edge and flip it over to the right side, flatten it out, and do the same exact thing. Take the top edge here, fold it next to the center line, leaving a little bit of space. Once again, take the outside creased edge, round it into the middle, and give it a firm press and crease, trying to flatten it out so it lies on top of the other one. the front of the paper should look like this now. Now we could flip it over and do the same thing. The top right edge into the middle, and then the outside edge into the middle. Take the last left flap, flip it to the right side, and once again, fold the top edge into the middle, and then fold the outside into the middle and flatten it out really well. Now the paper should look like this, and this is the dark configuration, and it should look like an arrow. You can try throwing it like this, but now we can move on. Now that we have a model that looks like this, you can see I've drawn a line at the base of the propeller where you should notice an edge that wraps around it here. We're going to grab one propeller with our right thumb and pointer and the opposite one with our left hand and press gently in the middle so we form a cross or plus. At this point, we're going to fold the propeller downwards away from us along that line that I've drawn so that it lies flat. So just pinch it down just like this so that it looks something like that. Then all we need to do is just turn it and do the same thing with the next one. Fold it back away from you and give it a pinch at that crease. And finally the last two, fold it back and pinch it, turn it, fold it back and pinch it. So it looks like a little ninja star, and we're ready to give it a test throw. Okay, so at this point I'm just going to take it here and I'm just going to throw it. And I know it's probably not going to spin because we have to adjust it a little bit, but what I'm going to do is just hold it like this and just toss it out, sort of like a dart. Well, it actually spun a little bit. I'm going to flatten it. I'm going to take these two edges and squeeze them together like this, and take these two right edges and squeeze them together and just push it here just very gently, and then kind of push in the middle and then try it again. Well, there you go. So now it's spinning a lot more. So you don't want these folded very hard, but you're gonna do that initially at this little crease right here. Fold it down, but then we're going to flatten it out a little, push gently, hold it here like this, and just toss it out. It should also automatically spin if you drop it, so let's do the drop test. Thanks for watching my tutorial for the paper helicopter spinner. I hope you guys enjoyed it and that you were able to get it to spin. Be sure to adjust it and to make sure that the propellers are flat and facing up slightly like that, not folded too far down, otherwise it won't spin properly. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up down below, and also be sure to subscribe and click that notification bell if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for the comments and support in the last video. I read, I think, almost every comment, and they were all awesome, so I really appreciate it. And I got some new content headed your way, so be sure to click that notification bell, and I'll see you soon.